Hi there, this is SwissBorg Crypto. Okay, I just want to answer this question that Aris D asked me 13 days ago, and I completely forgot to answer. He said, "Hello again, guys. Well, I think that's the point here for them guys. They give you a lot of MEX coins and they keep the price down, not even trying to do something to help MEX go up. It will keep going down and down and down. We are all going to have a billion of MEX, but the dollar we have will be way less than the dollar we gave to buy it at the start. Did you buy MEX? Anyway, I see nothing happens to push the price up. They don't try at all for MEX. We have to admit it and move on. What's your opinion?" My opinion is I disagree with pretty much everything you've said there, really. The way I see it, I mean, what kind of puts people off is the fact that MEX has an enormous supply. It's like in the trillions, but I don't think it's ever going to be a 1 cent token or a 0.1 cent token even. That's just the way it is. It's still, there's lots of them. And I don't quite know why they did that, multiplying by 1,000 just before they released it. But they did. Anyway, so it's never going to be 0.1 of a cent. I don't think that's ever going to happen. But, it is going to increase in value a lot from where it is now, I think. Now, are they doing nothing to increase the price? Well, increasing the price isn't really down to Elrond so much, is it? And it's the way the market works. And the point is, with MEX, at the moment, we're farming it. Some people are swapping eGold for MEX, that kind of thing. But at the end of the day, it's not on any exchanges at the moment. You can't just go and buy MEX with fiat or anything like that, like you can with other similar tokens. And, when it's on an exchange, I mean, imagine it gets on something like KuCoin, it's going to have a massive effect. Imagine it gets on something like Huobi, it's going to have a massive effect. And then when it gets on Coinbase, well, it's going to be crazy, and we're going to make good money, I think. Anyway, let's look at the Maiar price on coin market cap. And it's 0.0002839. It's not. It's always going to be a low dollar price token. There's no doubt about that because there are so many. But at the moment, it says here, the coin market cap team has not verified the project's market cap, but I don't know, it's got a figure here of like 1.2 billion, which might be large, I don't know really, but the point being is, this is what it's done so far in the 3 months. What was that? That was the start of the year. Actually, let's go back to all time, because that goes back to November last year. It's virtually the same graph though. So okay, so it went up a little bit and it's been going kind of down since then. And okay, I can see why people are, miserable about the price of it. But for most of us, we're making MEX every day for nothing really. And to me, I think the bottom was probably round about here, round about the beginning of March. I think that's where the bottom was. And if you compare this with similar tokens, I mean, you've got, I think the probably two most similar are probably PancakeSwap and Uniswap. So if you look at PancakeSwap, which works with the Binance Smart Chain. So if you like, this is a kind of newer kind of DEX idea. This one goes back to kind of September 2020. And, look at what it did. It stayed down here at like, half a cent, quarter of a cent, that kind of thing. It stayed at that price for like, well over a year. And then when it started getting adopted, it went up tons. It had a big peak there and then, it's coming down again. So this is a coin which has a market cap of 2 billion. I mean, oddly enough, it says it's got a fully diluted market cap of 5 trillion, which is a bit crazy, which I don't quite understand how it can be that large. And then you've got things like Uniswap. Uniswap works on the Ethereum network. And consequently, I don't think people use it quite as much as they did because Ethereum gas fees make things tricky. But to me, this did the same kind of thing. It started off, when was that? Yeah, 2020, with a price of $5. Then people must have thought, oh no, it's all dying, and it came down to like $2, less than $2 on the 11th of April 2020, and people must have thought, oh, I'm gonna sell all my Uniswap and get out of it. And imagine how much they would have regretted it if they'd have waited till here. So how quickly did this grow? I mean, huge. And I think really with MEX, we're down here. We're at the start. This tiny little bit here. It's only been around for was it 4 or 5 months or something? It's not long at all, is it? And it's not even on any exchanges yet. Same with PancakeSwap. I think we're just here, and we've got all this to come. So I'm not worried about the price of MEX. I think it bottomed out earlier this month, and I think the only way is up, really. Now, Marcus Maximus, I don't know if you follow him. If you're not following him, you should be. I must admit, I noticed this morning that he was following me and I wasn't following him, so I am now. So which is cool. He's got a channel called Go Guy Go on YouTube. He does a lot of similar kind of stuff to I do. A lot of the Maiar Elrond stuff. He's a bit of an Elrond moon boy, same as me. And he asked this guy Sever, and I'm not quite sure if he is on the team or not, or if he's a kind of social guy for Elrond, but he asked him, can you tell us if MEX pairs are coming to the DEX in April? Pretty please, with a cherry on top. And he replied, I can tell you, with a cherry on top. Okay, so I think that implies that we're going to get MEX pairs in the Maiar DEX in April. Now, that's going to be a nice birthday present for me because obviously I've got a lot of MEX and LKMEX. I'm always looking at things to do with it. So I guess this is going to give us the opportunity to use LKMEX with other tokens. For example, you got MEX and eGold there, but hopefully we'll be able to use like MEX with Aero or MEX with ZoidPay or something like that to produce either more LKMEX or more of that kind of token in the meta staking, something like that. And I think that's going to be great, And I just see this DEX as a big money making machine. It's just making money. A lot of it is LKMEX that we can't get our hands on for another year or so, but for me, this is going to be my pension, and this is what I'm going to retire on. So I'm very hopeful about the future of MEX. I don't think it's time to move on. I think this is something I'm going to stick with. I really like the whole Elrond system. I like the Elrond blockchain. I like the low fees. I like the speed. You can move stuff around. I love it all, to be honest. I like the Maiar app. I think the DEX is becoming a wonderful thing that's getting more features all the time. And I think the future is bright. One thing I would like to see is in the meta bonding, I would like to see, these balances somehow reflected when you go to my account, because at the moment you look at my account and you see that the actual meta bonding amount, say the LKMEX here, that amount isn't actually showing. This amount isn't actually showing in the account, so it kind of looks like you've got less than when you started doing the meta bonding. And at the moment we don't know how much we're going to get, but we'll find out on April the 15th, so that's all good. So I think RSD, hopefully I've not answered your question, but I've given you my opinion about what I think about MEX and LKMEX and the whole MEX Maiar DEX ecosystem. So if anybody else has any thoughts, I'd love to hear what you're saying, because I'm not an expert about this. I'm just kind of going along with it, doing it, and learning as I go along. And I'm learning from you guys as well, so I totally value your input, so please do leave a comment. And talking about learning from others, I did have an idea that I got from Marcus Maximus at GoGuyGo. Thank you very much, by the way, because what he was doing with his meta staking was when he was harvesting. Obviously, when you harvest, say here, you get ride and you get locked MEX. So what he was doing is creating new LP tokens and then restaking them in the meta staking, a bit like the old Denver strategy that we had back in November. So that's really cool, because what I did the other day was I just put the locked MEX into the regular MEX staking farm, and I put the Holoride into the stake ride here. So I think what I'm going to do next time is create LP tokens and then put them back into the metastaking. So I think that's quite a cool idea. So that's what I'll do in the next video. So if you want to see that, make sure you're subscribed and make sure you've got a notification set on all, right? And give the video a like, of course. And above all, tell your friends.